Before July begins, take a few minutes to perform a mid-year financial check-in. Hello everyone, thank you for joining another week of Money Tips with Coach Kathy. I'm Kathy, owner of Lord Financial Coaching. And if you're ready to feel more confident and in control of your money, you're in the right place. I help women build clarity and confidence through coaching and workshops, and I share simple tips to help you create lasting financial habits. Can you believe we're already halfway through the year? I don't know where the time has gone. Before July begins, now is the perfect time to spend just a few minutes reviewing your finances and making sure you're still on track towards your goals. Today I'm sharing my mid-year financial checklist, 5 simple areas I recommend reviewing before we enter the second half of the year. The first area to focus on is reviewing your subscriptions. What reoccurring charges are hitting your account each month? And have you asked yourself, are you still using them? Some examples might be your streaming services. I love my Hulu. Memberships and subscription boxes. Do you really need 4 streaming TV services, or could you consolidate? The same for your apps. Really consider the value these small services provide to your lifestyle. Even canceling one $15 monthly subscription saves you $180 per year towards your savings goals. And sometimes those small amounts can really add up to big overtime retirement contributions. The second area is to check your retirement. What is your current contribution percentage and your employer match? Are you maximizing the match? If not, I encourage you to not leave those match dollars out there. Instead, consider ways to boost your contribution to grab every dollar your employer is willing to match. And are you making progress towards your annual savings goals? If not, even a 1% increase can make a meaningful difference over time. I strongly encourage everyone that when merit time comes around, you bump up your contribution before you get used to those extra dollars in your paycheck. The third area is to assess your sinking fund. A sinking fund is just a way to plan out the dollars in your savings account. It's a category. You might have some savings set aside for vacations, holidays, birthdays, home repairs, or maintenance, maybe some car repairs or a new car purchase. As well, you don't think about how those savings could actually be allocated. Maybe you need to have some out-of-pocket expenses for medical debt. All of these, have they been fully funded, or will you need additional savings before the year end? Remember, future expenses aren't emergencies if you plan for them. Sinking funds are great. The fourth area to review is your insurance coverage. Auto insurance here in Michigan is so expensive. And for the longest time, I never shopped around. But once I finally did, I was shocked by the deals out there. I was really spending too much on the company I kept renewing with. So I really encourage you to consider getting a quote from a variety of prospective policyholders and really shop the auto and homeowners or renters insurance. You might be able to save quite a bit, and perhaps consider an annual policy because it could give you deeper discounts over those monthly payment fees. And everyone should have term life insurance. This form of insurance may be offered by your employer, but I encourage you to also get a separate 20 or 30-year policy if your children are young. Lock in those rates. And remember, both parents should have policies, even if one is a stay-at-home. The insurance is so important for you. And so even if you have a policy at work, make sure you get something outside. It helps as you move around. Health insurance is also a significant amount that you might have as part of your employee benefits. Ensure you're covered so that if you become sick or ill, you have something. Also, has it been a while since you took a look at your beneficiaries? Make sure you're updating your insurance and retirement. Insurance may not be very exciting, but it does cover you, and it's so important to protect what you've built. And finally, the fifth area to discuss is your financial goals. Ask yourself which goals are on track, which goals need adjusting. Take some time to ensure those goals you considered in January are still applicable 6 months later. What is your number one financial priority for the next 6 months? Perhaps you want to increase your retirement savings, pay off debt, build an emergency savings, or fund a vacation. I discussed during my coaching sessions, find one goal and do everything in your power to achieve it. If you have 3 or 4 number one priorities, guess what? You probably won't achieve any of them because you're just not focused and you're distracted. And remember, you don't need to start over. You simply need to adjust and move forward. So in recap, review your subscriptions, check your retirement contributions, assess your sinking fund savings, do an insurance review, and update your money goals. Remember, financial success isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention and making intentional adjustments along the way. July is a fresh opportunity to finish the year strong. Comment below and tell me which item on this checklist are you planning to tackle first. And if this message resonated with you, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss future tips or conversations. And if you found the content helpful, check out more articles I've written on my blog. See you next time.